Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch, February 25th edition. Taking a look at the mid-level water vapor loop here, and you're chasing this back to this low pressure all the way up the coast of Washington, Oregon, moving down the west coast of North America here, bringing this exceptional storm across the state of California here. So much stuff to talk about. The heavy rain, the big snowfall, still some blizzard warnings in effect. Additional systems on the way for the state of California as well. We'll take a look at those details here coming up as an active extended forecast looks to be in the future. Taking a look here, current hazards, you can see still some blizzard warnings across the Sierra and the Southern California mountains here. Flood watches and advisories in effect. Warnings. We got winter storm warnings still in effect. We have winter storm watches for the next systems already up that it's going to be coming down out of the northwest here through the next few days. We'll take a look at those details here in a moment. Now, looking at this, day 1 through 3 overall winter storm impacts, and you see this extreme across the Sierra and some of Northern California here. Let's go back and look at day 1. This is for today, tomorrow, day 3. So a lot of this is for the next storm system coming up here as we go on in through early this upcoming week. More on that here in a moment. Here's day 1, thunderstorm potential for Southern California shown there. Day 2, you'll notice that next system's arrival, including very Northern California here. And then day 3, eventually bringing that thunderstorm potential all the way out to the Bay Area here. This is day 1, excessive rainfall outlook still. Some places looking at some slight risk here for a flash flood potential here across Southern California. This is what's going on with the upper air pattern here and that low pressure system moving down the coastline, finally kicking off across the region here during the day today. Next system arrives as we go through the day Monday here. Actually, it's kind of a 1-2 punch. There's a leading front to this one here, and then this one quickly races in behind it across the state, bringing additional impacts. And we're going to remain cold and chilly here across the state of California all the way in through next week, with potential systems on through the extended forecast as well to see additional polar lobes dropping down across the Pacific Northwest, including California. And that's what La Nina seems to have done this year. It's not only just including the Pacific Northwest, it seems to be including the entire state of California as well. Now, taking a look here, this is the sea level pressure map here. European hot off the press is 12Z, which is 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can see going through the day today, this, these heavy snowfall is still occurring across the places like the Sierra Nevada, some of Southern California, finally wrapping up by the time you get on in through the day Sunday, but taking its sweet time. Then the next frontal system bringing some nice mountain snows. Again, a frontal system all the way down towards Southern California here. Another one hot on its heels there, bringing in an additional round of some intense snowfall rates across from the Sierra Nevada, Northern California here. And then you can see the trough remains open here with another system coming down going in through Wednesday. Just a crazy time here for the state of California. Going a little bit further towards next weekend, and look at this, another powerful storm bearing down on the state of California as well, continuing on in through early the following week there. And then you can still see the trough is open here on the west coast here. So what a wild time here for the state of California, folks. Now, this is looking at total snow-to-chair ratio in inches, and this is additional to what's already fallen here. And you can see additional snowfall for the Sierra Nevada, Southern California mountains should be wrapping up as you're going in through the day tomorrow. But then these additional systems just continue to bombard the state with some very heavy snowfall on, especially across the Sierra Nevada. I mean, look at some of these totals, up over 100 inches, just ridiculous as you go on in through next week coming up here. We'll break those systems down one at a time as they're coming in here as well. Let's back up a little bit, in fact, here. And you can see this. There's even some more snow forecast for some of the higher hills here across the central California higher terrain here as well. So we'll watch those systems. They're pretty chilly as they move down across the area. Now, taking a look here, this is the HRRR, the High Resolution Rapid Refresh. This goes out about 48 hours. Let me update this here and make sure we have the most recent information. We'll be on the 18Z that runs out 48 hours. And you can see the precipitation going on in through the late morning and afternoon today. There's thunderstorm potential with this. I wouldn't even rule out a water spout here. You got some turning with the atmosphere, some instability. It is a possibility. Now you can see this precipitation moving up across the Sierra Nevada as we continue on into the day today. It finally wraps up tomorrow. Next frontal system is already bearing down in the state by Sunday morning here. You can see it moving across the Bay Area. And this is what the Doppler radar should look like here. But a lot of times these high resolution models can actually underdo what this will look like. But then watch this as we go on into Monday. Look at this next frontal system, very robust here as we go on in through the day. Monday towards a late Monday and then on into the afternoon. This is going to be dragging down across the state. Additional big snowfalls coming, especially for the higher terrain. And snow levels will be on the low side here as we go on in through early to mid this upcoming week. Now, I always like to look at this one. This is the NAM 3KM. This is 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. This polar lobe just opened up over Southern California. I mean, if you guys were paying attention to social media yesterday, you just saw all the flash flooding going on, the huge snowfall amounts, just crazy weather, thunderstorms. We had all these rotating storms moving on the coastline there. It looks like there was a few pictures of a water spout out there. What just a wild time. Very impressive storm. So you can see as we go on in through Sunday, it finally starts to get out of here. In fact, let's update this. This is the 18Z NAM 3KM. So this is hot off the presses as well, running as we speak. Put that into motion. You see it finally getting out of the way here, but then the next batch of storms starts quickly on into Sunday, Monday, additional cold air arriving as we go on in through early next week. Now this is looking at 500 millibars here, 18,000 feet, and this is the wind speeds here. So we saw that huge bowling ball of cold air there, and this is the wind that surrounded it here as we go across Southern California, and then the additional systems start to arrive already by the time we go into Sunday evening and Monday. Now, this is the European. This is the newest run here, 12Z. This is looking at rainfall here, and this is snowfall. And so anything that you see now here is in addition to what we've already gotten here, except for maybe a little bit across some of Southern California and the Sierras there. But look at all the rainfall that's incoming here, folks, as we go on in through. Now we're going on through Sunday night into Monday morning. I'm just going to speed ahead here and look at just the huge amounts coming for Northern California, Sierra Nevada, low snow levels, including some of the coastal range there of Central California as well. Speed all the way out to the 240-hour time frame here, and you can just see big amounts coming in here, folks. I mean, impressive snowfall amounts. Very nice for the state. Now looking at this, apparent temperature, this is hot off the presses as well. Let me update that and make sure we have the most recent and as much data as we can get. And you can see, I mean, it looks more like British Columbia here than California. As you can see, we go into Sunday, another frontal system arrives. I mean, La Nina just gladly incorporating California into its wintry style here as you go on in through this following week. Very impressive stuff for California. Now, this is looking at a significant wave height. You can see that system move out. The next frontal system hot on its heels, bringing some decent wave heights all the way down towards Southern California on in through early next week as well. Kind of the ebb and flow between a little bit of a break of a system there and then some bigger wave heights approaching towards next week and with another system there as well. So this is looking at National Weather Service Sacramento, and this is from Monday to Tuesday. So this is not the storm over Southern California now. These are additional frontal systems, extreme impacts, fairly low snow levels associated with some of this activity too. So watch out, pay attention to this channel and the National Weather Service here as we go through the next few days. We'll cover these systems as they come in. And of course, good ideas here. Prepare for heavy snow, prepare your home, your vehicle, monitor the forecast, and have a plan. Great stuff from the National Weather Service Sacramento. And talking about winter travel, winterize your vehicles. Emergency supply kit's kind of a big deal too. You see a lot of people get stuck trying to cross the Sierra Nevada here, and that's probably going to be no exception as we go on in through early to mid next week coming up here. Now, this is looking at the storm timeline. You can see early today, Sunday a.m. And then on Sunday, additional heavy mountain and upper foothill snow. Snow levels 2,000 to 3,000 feet. You can see some breezy south winds. Monday through Tuesday, extreme impact. Brunt of the storm, heavy mountain and foothill snow, moderate to heavy valley showers. Snow levels down to 1,000 feet. Light snow down to 500 feet in Shasta County. Gusterly southerly winds. Isolated thunderstorms. Just another wild storm system coming through the state here, coming up Monday through Tuesday. And still some moderate impacts on and through Wednesday with some chilly temperatures across the region. Now, this is Hanford National Weather Service, California here, showing the potential for some thunderstorms today. They could be a couple of them strong. They're not expected to be severe, but you could get some lightning and, you might get some small hail out of these things as well. Maybe even some rotating storms out there. So keep your eyes on the sky today. This is the winter storm watch in effect for an advance of these next system coming up here. And you can see some pretty low snow levels showing up here all the way across the Sierra Nevada. This is for, what is this? This is for Hanford here. Look at this is the wettest day ever observed, Hanford, California here, all the way back to 1899, 2.7 inches here, February 24th yesterday. Impressive storm, folks. I mean, the all-time rainiest day. You can't beat that. So this is a 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Look at this just incredible bullseye here right across central California, including much of the West Coast here. You know, exciting times if you're a weather watcher across the state down there. This is a 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook here. You can see the impacts are not going to be as strong with these upcoming storms across Southern California versus just north of Southern California, Central California north are going to be really big impacts from these upcoming storms. 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. This goes all the way through March 10th. The entire state encompassed in that. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook as well goes through March 10th also. And this was put out yesterday as well, weeks 3 to 4 temperature outlook. This goes through towards the end of March, actually, and does include California and below average temperatures here. This is risk of hazardous temperatures all the way up through March 10th, risk of precipitation, and you can kind of see that mainly Central California north along the West Coast. And this is risk of heavy snow, Sierra Nevada, Siskiyou is included in that action as well. Risk of high winds with these frontal systems coming in here through March 10th and March 6th there, shown there, slight risk. So yeah, what an impressive storm. And we're not done, not by a long shot here. Some extremely impressive weather still coming in with some strong frontal systems. Hot on the heels here, folks. And as I bounce back up here, this is that next weather maker out here. And this is going to come all the way down through California as well, starting on in through tomorrow night and moving down across the region. And there's going to be another frontal system hot on its heels as well as another system after that as we go through midweek, and then potentially another storm system next week. And so crazy wild time here, California. Enjoy it while it lasts. La Nina is including you in its winter fun. So yeah, anyway, we'll do this again tomorrow, regular briefing. I am going to do a live stream. If you're in California, feel free to join on, ask some questions, and I'll do my best to be answering these questions as I go through the live stream later on today. It's supposed to snow up here in Seattle, so I'll be watching that tonight as well. So I'll probably do this this evening so I can get out and film some of that snow falling later on tonight around here. But anyway, yeah, join on if you're down there in California. You're free to ask any questions about the upcoming weather down there as well, or share any photos, pictures, or any kind of experiences you had with the storm system that you just went through and you're going through right now down there. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys tonight, and I'll see you then.